Hey everybody! This week's featured limited time series car, of course, is Brabham BT62. There is a bonus series, single bonus series this car's featured in, and there's also an exclusive series featuring this car once you have it fully upgraded. So in this video, we'll look into the exclusive series because mine is fully upgraded. So let's check in. Brabham BT62. The Brabham BT62 is an Anglo-Australian mid-engine track weapon. Lovely, lovely car. All right, so this one, let's cut to the chase. The payout is totaling 160 gold. Breakdown of the 25% completion increment is shown here. First 25% completion pays 16 gold and 25,000 racing dollars. 50% pays additional 32 gold and 50,000 racing dollars. I know breakdown is kind of funny. And then the 75% completion pays out additional 48 gold and 75,000 racing dollars. And 100% completion pays out the remaining 64 gold and 100,000 racing dollars to total 160 gold and 250,000 racing dollars. All right, so this one is this series consists of 20 tiers, 3 of which are time trials. The first one at tier 5 taking place at Le Mans 24-hour circuit. Second one, tier 10, taking place at Porsche Test Track, long on-road circuit. And then the last one, tier 15, taking place at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. So, nice variety of length, track length, right? All right, so now, since with the exclusive series, you have access to all events, all, in this case, 54 events. So 51 trophy events and 3 time trials, right? So in order to, one of the strategies that I like to mention is when there is instant service offer, that's a great time to take care of all the long races first. So in that instance, every tier has a cup, right? And cup take care of those. Other type of races that can get long is, of course, endurance. Some can get really long, so you would definitely want to tackle those if you have instant service offer going on, as you would with the initiation of the currently running limited time series. So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind. And anyway, speaking of endurance races, this series features 4 different ones. The first one taking place at Mount Panorama. That's going to be in Tier 3. Next one is going to be in Tier 8. And this one's taking place at Catalunya Grand Prix, as you can see here. And then the next one is going to be in Tier 16. This one at Dubai Grand Prix. And the last one, 4th one, is going to be in the final tier, Tier 20, taking place at Melbourne. So depending on the TSM friends that you have, you might your target might be a little bit difficult. But if you're mainly dealing with flag bots, it's not a big deal because flag bots typically don't go past 10 kilometers. Maybe you might get like 11 or 12 kilometers, even with the, like, we're talking like Oral Pod, Maestro Man, those, Rattle Shake, Snack, those fastest bots. When it comes down to endurance, their target distance isn't terribly far. They're quite manageable. So something to keep in mind. So if you want to have an easier time with those, just log off of all social media and kind of reset the memory on your device. That should take care of it. with the, I mean, it's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes it does, other times it doesn't. So, but something to kind of experiment with. If you're hitting, if you're forced to, like, if you're faced with endurance target that is like super long, right? So something to keep in mind. Anyway, let's say you don't have any service offer at all. Then my recommendation flips on the other way, where take care of all the short events first. So what are some of the shortest events? Speed snaps are always a quick one, even when they are longer circuits. There are certain circuits where speed snap does take a little bit longer, like Daytona or Nürburgring. Those circuits, speed snap even takes a little bit longer than other circuits. But anyway, we got 5 different speed snaps in this series. First one in Tier 1 takes place at Melbourne. Second one you're going to see at the Catalunya Club Circuit, as you can see here. And then the third one is going to be in Tier 11, taking place at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. And then the fourth one is going to be in Tier 14, Formula E Berlin Circuit. That can be a little tricky one. And then the last one is going to be in Tier 19 at Brands Hatch. So those are 5 quick speed snaps that you can kind of take care of. And the autocross or drag race, I guess I would put it as another very short event. It's actually going to be, it's going to be pretty short. There are 3. That's 3 more than I care to see, but they are here. First one at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix Circuit. Does it matter where it takes place? I don't think so, but at least now you know that they are, you get to see where they are. Next one at the Brickyard Road Course. And then the last one is going to be in Tier 16, taking place at Catalunya Grand Prix Circuit. All right, so if you take care of all your speed snaps and all drag races, that's 8 events out of the way. And since there are some 54 events total, you need to complete 14 events. Like 13 or 14 gold trophies works, or 13 gold trophies in 1 time trial, or 11 gold trophies and 3 time trials. Doesn't matter which combination you do. 14 completions, right, is what it's gonna take to claim the 25% reward of 16 gold and 25,000 racing dollars. So yeah, and then you can do the other quick events. Autocross. There are 5 of them. So if you combine autocrosses, speed snaps, and drag race, that takes care of 13 events, right? So autocross, we got it in Tier 1, taking place at Daytona Road Course. Now autocross is not gonna be, even at Daytona, it's not gonna be a rolling start. And Tier 7, we got the second autocross taking place at the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. And then the next one is going to be at in Tier 9, taking place at Mount Panorama. And then Tier 13 is the next one, taking place at Dubai Grand Prix and at Spa. Right, so those are some of the partial lap events, which are always shorter, right? And then you can start tackling single lap events like your hunters, speed records, and head to head. So head to head is generally, I would say, the easiest out of those 3, without having to do some weird goofy stuff like hunters. Sometimes if you have TSM friends that are being just like, I don't know, not very kind, then sometimes they will smash the Sylvia. Sometimes they'll go, and push the Sylvia backwards on the circuit in order to create this like impossible distance to win by. If that happens, I say just leave the social network from the game and try again, because that's just frustrating. Nobody should be doing hunter where you're essentially punishing the Sylvia like that. Just run normal, right? So that's why I wouldn't necessarily consider hunter to be the first single lap events to tackle. And the speed record should be, there really shouldn't be any illegitimate way of winning that. Only time things get kind of sticky with the speed record is sometimes some racers will turn around at the beginning of the event, because oftentimes in many circuits your main pit straight is the longest straight. So except only problem in most speed record is it's a single lap. So most circuits, of course, even with the speed record or the pit straight being the longest, we don't, the finish line is somewhere in the middle, so you don't get to take advantage of that full length of the longest straight in many circuits. That is, unless you turn around at the beginning of the speed record, go backwards, and run the full length of the main pit straight until you hit that first curve, right? So that's why sometimes speed record, you might have to resort to that kind of strategy, which is not too bad. And sometimes, in order to be the fastest speed, sometimes people would either just ignore the walls, barriers, and just slam into walls and barriers at full speed just so they can hit faster speed, or go just, ignore the curves and just go straight into the kitty litter or whatnot you have in certain circuits. So I like to stay on track if I can help it, but that's just me. But anyway, we got 4 speed records, but since I mentioned head-to-head being the probably the most sure shot of getting the trophies won from a single lap event. Let's go through those. There are 4 head-to-heads in this this exclusive series. First one taking place at Suzuka East. Should be a single lap. There we go. And then the next one it's gonna be at in Tier 9. This one taking place at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, single lap once again. And then the third head-to-head is gonna be in Tier 13, taking place at Brands Hatch, another single lap. And then the last one will take place in Tier 18. This one's going to be a Silverstone International Circuit, another single lap. So they are all single lappers. So as I was saying, head-to-head single lap is going to be fairly quick, guaranteed. I like to think it's a pretty easy event to win. All right, especially if your car is running, fully serviced, it should be fine. And then I would probably tackle speed record, which there are, once again, 4 events. Right, so the first one at the Berlin circuit, you'll find it in Tier 4. And then the next one, Tier 12, is where you're going to find the next one, speed record at Bugatti circuit in this case. And the third one is in Tier 17, taking place at Nürburgring Grand Prix. And then the last one is going to be in Tier 19. Speed record is going to be in the final tier, my bad. It's going to be taking place at the Red Bull Ring National Circuit. Right. And then the Hunter would be the next, I guess, single lap event. So there are 5 Hunters. Tier 3 has the first one, Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. All right, so as I said, it's a single lap. And then Tier 7 is where you find another one, Nürburgring Mühlenbachschleife. So that's a very short circuit, right? And then Tier 11 has a third one, this one taking place at Suzuka West. And then Tier 17 has another one. We're looking at Hunters. No, Tier 14 has the next one, my bad. At Laguna Seca. And then the last hunter is going to be in tier 19, taking place at the short on-road circuit of Porsche Test Track. All right, so with those single lap events, there are, as I said, 4 head-to-heads, 4 speed records, and 5 hunters. So that is another 13 events. So combined with the first set of partial track events, remember, you need 27 events complete to claim 50% completion reward, which is 32 additional gold plus 50,000 additional racing dollars, right? So by completing those partial circuit events and the single lap events, you can already complete 50%. And the partial lap events, you probably don't even need to service the car once, because obviously you get that double service bar bonus with a fully upgraded car. So see where I'm going with this strategy of quick completion for accessing some quick gold, right? So anyway, then once you complete those, the remaining events are all gonna take some time, right? So what do we have left? We got Cup, we got Endurance, and we got Elimination. So Elimination would be the next group of events I would tackle. I mean, that would be the set of last events that I will tackle, basically, if I don't get instant service offers, right? Cup, Elimination, and Endurance. Those are going to be generally run longer. Now, time trials can be any point, because, as I said, as long as you post time by not going off track or hitting walls, or you're good. And then once you have 100% complete the event, the series, you can come back and try to improve your time to, I don't know, impress your friends or something, right? So let's talk about, I guess, Elimination. There are 4 Elimination. The first one, you'll find it in Tier 2, Hockenheim Grand Prix. And the next one, you find it in Tier 6, this one at Monza Junior course. And the next one, we got it one in Tier 12, taking place at Daytona Road Course. And then finally, the last one is going to be in Tier 18, Monza again, but this time Road Course. And as you know, got to survive for 2 minutes 20 seconds. So all these circuits with this car, you're going to do more than a lap if you're actually driving instead of being a roadblock, which is another strategy. But that strategy, since last few updates, that the bots have gotten smarter, so they are starting to get around you if you are being a roadblock. So that strategy is becoming less relevant. But when you have only 1 or 2 cars left at the end, that you can still try to do that. Although, where the game is currently, that can be a kind of a risky maneuver. So just proceed with caution if you ever try that. Anyway, so those are the eliminations. And then the endurance, there are 4 endurance races. Tier 3 has one taking place at the Mount Panorama. And then Tier 8 has another one, this one taking place at Catalunya Grand Prix. And then Tier 16, we got one at Dubai Grand Prix. And then Tier 20, we got one at Melbourne. But you guys already knew that because I went over that, didn't I? Now, the final category, we'll go through the cup. Every tier except for the time trial tiers have a cup. So we'll just check how long they are. So the Tier 1 Cup is going to be at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix, 2 laps, so that's a fairly short one. Tier 2, Laguna Seca Cup, 3 laps, so far not too bad. And Tier 3, we got Dynamic Circuit of Porsche Test Track, 4 laps. All right, so even though you can access any of these tiers, oftentimes the exclusive series earlier tiers tend to have shorter cup, just as a side note, but they're still cups, so they're multiple laps, And Tier 4, we got Cup at Spa, 2 laps. And then Tier 6, we got Cup at Brands Hatch, 8 laps. Tier 7, we got Cup at Dubai National Circuit. That's a fun little circuit, 4 laps. And then Tier 8, we got Cup at Silverstone Grand Prix, 3 laps. And then Tier 9, Cup is going to be at Hockenheim Short, 7 laps. And then Tier 11, the Cup is going to take place at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, 6 laps. And then Tier 12, we got Cup at Monza Road Course. This is going to be 5-lapper. So that's a pretty decent length. Tier 13, Hockenheim National is where the Cup takes place, 7 laps. So, yep, you know, higher lap counts. That's a medium length circuit. Tier 14, we got Cup at Daytona Motorcycle Course, 6 laps. Tier 16, we got Cup at Suzuka Grand Prix, 6 laps. Now that's beginning to sound more like a full race. Tier 17, we got Cup at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit, another 6-lap Cup. So I get a feeling these final 5 tiers are going to have some really lengthy Cup. All right, so Tier 18, we got the Cup at Bugatti Circuit, 8 laps. And then Tier 19, the Cup is going to take place at Dubai International Circuit, another 8-lapper. And then finally, the Tier 20 Cup is going to take place at Catalunya Grand Prix, 8-lap Cup as well. So there you go. So that is kind of a brief overview of the exclusive series featuring beautiful Brabham BT62. Once you fully upgrade that car. All right, so that will do it for this video. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.